If you've ever thought about taking your knowledge and packaging it up into an online course but thought, how the heck am I gonna sell that thing? This video is for you, so stay tuned. Because at the end, I'm also gonna share with you my 5-step framework for selling a profitable online course. I'm Zach Speckler, founder of Heart, Soul, and Hustle and creator of the Not Your Average Online Marketing Podcast, and I help online business owners just like you create digital courses that sell, scale, and profit so that they can spend more time doing what they love and serve people with their knowledge as well. Now I'm excited to be coming to you today because I have sold over $2 million in online courses, coaching, programs, and boot camps, and I'm excited to share with you some of the secrets that I've picked up along the way that have helped me sell online courses successfully. And I think the best place to start is to talk about what exactly is an online course. So an online course is where you package up your knowledge or information around a problem that people have to help them solve it without having to hire you one-on-one, and that allows you to serve in what we call the one-to-many model. That means that you create the course one time and you can serve it to many people to help generate more revenue. That means that you spend less time on the phone and more time serving your community as a whole. So why would you create an online course? Well, that's a great question. Here's the thing. It helps you create a scalable business model. See, when you're trading dollars for hours, you're either doing freelance or you're doing a service-based business or even in an agency model, you're limited to the capacity that you can scale. But with online courses, you only build it one time, like we said, and sell it to many people. So you can take the same piece of content and sell it over and over and over again. You have a digital product that has unlimited inventory and unlimited scalability. And there's so much power in that for growing your online brand. But the question becomes, how do you actually sell this thing? Well, let's start by talking about the biggest mistake that I see people make with their online course, and that is that they build an incredible course and they think that amazing content will sell their content. And the reality is that's just not true. Just because you create an amazing online course doesn't mean it sells. I mean, think about it. How many people do you know with an amazing idea for a business or the thought of a product and maybe they build it or even try to do it and it doesn't work out? See, great content and great courses are not the secret to success. What is the secret to success is validating the idea you have for a course before you launch it. So here's what we mean by that. Number one, you have to make sure that your idea has legs. Just because you know something doesn't mean people want to pay for it. Two, you have to validate that people will pay for it. So you want to get a credit card, a paycheck, a check in the mail, something before you actually build the course. Or, you know that old saying from A Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. Well, if you build it and they don't come, you just spent a lot of time building a course that you can't sell. And number three, you want to validate that you're actually solving a real problem. You know, I have a friend who had an online course idea for something really specific, and I said, how'd it go? And they said, I didn't sell any copies. And when we dug deep, we realized that their audience didn't perceive having the problem that he was solving. So you have to validate that there is an actual problem. So number one, validate your audience cares. Two, validate people will pay. And three, validate that you're solving an actual problem. So I want to tell you really quickly about some of my online courses that have done over 6 figures. Every course I'm going to tell you about has done over 6 figures in sale. My very first online course was all about live streaming and how to use it to generate more leads and sales in your business. We called it Rock Your Live Streams. It was super simple and it generated over $100,000 in sales in its first 6 months of creation. Why did it work so well? Well, because it was really popular at the time. Live streaming, not as much now, but when it first came out with Periscope and Facebook and even Instagram, people wanted to know how to use it to grow their business, but they didn't know what to do. And so I studied and took notes and was just furiously devouring information about how to grow my business with live streaming. And once I learned and was getting my own results, I packaged it up, I offered it for sale, and I got people buying before I built the course. So let me tell you the story because it's pretty crazy. First, I did a live stream myself. I had been live streaming for months and months and months, practicing, studying, honing my craft. And I did a live stream and I said, hey, if I built this thing and I charged $97, who would be in? And a bunch of people on my live stream said, I would. And so while I was on live video, I literally whipped up a PayPal button. And from that PayPal button, people could pay me $97 to join my online course. I ended up selling $1,200 worth of online courses that day and another $900 over the weekend when I told more people about it over another couple live streams. Now, why do I even tell you that story? Well, because it illustrates the points we talked about earlier. First, I validated that there was an audience, right? I said, do you guys want this, right? So I also validated, does it solve a problem? Are people willing and saying, yes, I want to learn this? I literally said, do you want to learn this? And people said, Yes. And third, I got people to pay up front before I built the course. I validated with a credit card that people were willing to pay. So now that we've gotten this far, let's talk about my 5-step framework for success. The first step in the framework is create valuable content. Now here's the thing, if you want to sell an online course, people need to perceive you as the expert. And the reality is you don't have to be the best expert on the block. You don't have to be Tony Robbins or Oprah for people to listen and follow to you. If you're posting on Facebook, people are probably already liking, commenting, sharing, engaging with you. So now we have to turn that to a place of authority by creating valuable content. I personally do this by podcasting, blogging, and sending emails to my email list via newsletter. Now, you might be thinking, whoa, you just threw a ton of stuff out there. Podcasts, newsletters, blogging. I don't want you to get too hung up on that. You can start by creating valuable content right on social media, posting on Instagram consistently, posting on your Facebook, TikToks, it doesn't matter. The goal is that you start creating regular content so that people see you as a source of authority. Once you've done that, you start amassing followers, traction, growth, and that is when you have an audience that you can sell your online course to. The second step in my framework to success is to grow your email list and your audience. So we talked a little bit about this in step 1. Creating content consistently helps you grow your audience, but you also want to get your audience off of social media and onto your email list. Why? Well, generally speaking, organic reach is only 2, 3, 4% of your audience on social media. So if you create a really incredible Instagram post promoting your product, there's a good chance that only 3 or 4% of your audience sees it. But when you email your list, you're gonna get 20, 30, 40% open rates, and you're gonna get a majority of people clicking through to your website. And I should say minority. A 2 to 3% click-through rate on your email list is actually really good. However, you have high intent with people on your email list. So what we do is we create a freebie, right? We have a free offer that we give away in exchange for a name and email, and people get on our email list and we warm them up with this regular content that we've been talking about up to this point. So we're moving people through our ecosystem of finding you on social media, warming up to our content, and then getting on our email list. And then we continue to keep them warm by promoting our social media, our blogs, our podcasts, or our emails. So now at this point in the process, you don't just have people following you on social media, you have people in your ecosystem and on a list that you own where you can communicate with them at any time. Now, the third step in my framework is to validate your idea. It's super important that you validate that people care what you want to do. And I want to share with you this little trick that I've picked up that works incredibly well. I've learned about it from multiple people in multiple variations, but this is how it works. You go to your most popular social media platform and you post and say, hey, I'm thinking about creating this thing. It's gonna be 30 to 50 bucks. Would you be interested? Now, to give you a very specific example, I would say, hey, I'm thinking about creating a Facebook ads bootcamp for 2 weeks, 50 bucks to join, and I'm gonna teach you how to grow your email list with Facebook ads. Would you be interested? This is a very easy first step because if you're not getting interest, you just don't create it. If you're getting a ton of interest, then you can actually create it and get that second point of validation that we talked about earlier, which is getting the credit card payment. Now listen, if they put it on credit, debit, it doesn't matter. It's not our business on how people pay for it. But I'm not saying put people into debt to join your course. What I am saying is validate that people are willing to pay before you build anything. Now, we've done this a number of different ways. Sometimes we do live workshops. We'll do 4 to 6 week boot camps. We'll do live courses or live webinars, trainings. It doesn't matter. The goal is to say, hey, I've got this specific problem I'm willing to solve. Here's what I want to charge for it. Would you pay? And if you get enough people to say yes, then you can move into the next part of the framework. The fourth step in the framework is to pre-sell your offer. So now that you're clear on what it is that you're selling, or what problem you're solving, I should say, you're gonna outline how you solve that problem and put together a simple checkout or sales page. Now this can be done with a variety of softwares, but all this is a page that houses all the information about what you're going to sell and puts it in a succinct one page where people can read what they're getting and click to pay. Very simple, very powerful, but again, we want to pre-sell this course. You might be saying, Zach, you keep saying that, pre-sell. Why would I pre-sell my course? Because if you build the thing before you sell it, before you validate it, before you make sure people want it, and you get this incredible course put together, I mean, highly produced. You're shooting videos on your DSLR, you're recording high quality audio, you're using props and slideshows, and it's amazing, and you put $1,000 into it or more, and no one buys, then you're sitting on lost time, lost money, lost resources. So pre-sell this course with a simple page that takes just a couple hours to put together and move into getting those payments to validate that you should start building out the full thing. Now, the fifth phase of the framework is really simple. Deliver, refine, relaunch. Okay. Now we'll create another video down the road talking about our favorite launch strategies, but what you need to understand is that this is just a test. This is just kind of dipping your toe in the water. This is putting your course out there, right? Now what you're going to do is take it to the next level. You're going to continue to grow your email list. You're going to do more robust promotions of your courses. You're going to do things like webinars, challenges, video series. You're going to push your content out to the masses. You're going to grow your following on your social and get them onto your email list. But you just repeat this process, right? You may not repeat the part of putting it on social media to validate that people want it, because you already know they do. But now you're going to really expand how you sell your courses and how you push people to them. Now, I can honestly say we just launched a new training over the last week for $300 on Facebook ads. This is exactly how we started. We put it on social media, we validated that people want it, we sold 5 copies, generated $1,500 in sales, and then we moved into building out a really simple page, promoting it to people, and continuing to grow our audience, our impact, and our income. So there you have it, my 5-phase framework for course sales success. Now, if you have an idea for an online course, but you're thinking, how do I get these people? My Instagram is not growing fast enough. My Facebook is not growing fast enough. I just need to get more eyes on my content. Then I want to invite you to check out my lead generation training over at heartsoulhustle.com/lead gen. We'll also link it in the description below. Again, it's heartsoulhustle.com/lead gen. Now, this is a 35-minute training that walks you through how to use Facebook ads to grow your email list and get more people in your ecosystem. Because think about it. We talked about how you have to create good content and push it out there. But what if you could just spend a few $100s on ads, grow an audience, and then promote an offer to them to see if it works? That's a great shortcut. And if you've got the money for it, it works amazingly. So again, it's heartsoulhustle.com/lead gen, a quick 35-minute video that teaches you how to use Facebook ads to grow your email list so you can promote, validate, and get pre-sold on your courses. Thanks for watching today's training on how to get started selling your online courses. Now, if you got lots of value, make sure to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, ting that bell so that you get notifications when new videos come out. We release them on a weekly basis. I hope you got mad value, and until next time, stay not so average. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more time. So thanks for watching today's training on how to Hey there, I'm Zach Spuckler, founder of Heart, Soul, and Hustle and creator of the Not Your Average Online Marketing Podcast. Scratch that, don't use that. Hey there, I'm Zach Spuckler, founder of Heart, Soul, and Hustle and creator of the Not Your Average Online Marketing Podcast. And I help online business owners just like you create digital courses that sell, scale, and profit so that they can do more with their free time and help more people with their knowledge. Let's try that one more time. Hey there, I'm Zach Spuckler, founder of Heart, Soul, and Hustle and creator of the online... All right.